Let's see. Still don't see it. But, okay. We're on YouTube now.
Yay!
Yay.
We're here.
Thanks for everyone for tuning in, for putting up with us. This is our first live stream, and we've been trying to make this work for a minute now. Hopefully,
just a smidge.
Just a couple minutes.
I don't know, like, yeah.
Anyway, I'm Danny from Pandasaurus. I'm here with the amazing Eric Yurko from What's Eric Playing and Theo Stremple from Geeky Gaymer Guy, two of my favorite media people.
Ah, happy to be here.
I'm also happy to be here.
Awesome. I realized I don't have Tabletop Simulator open yet because we were trying to figure out a lot of things, so let me just open Steam really quick.
All the things.
Nicole has confirmed that she can hear us, which is a
Yay!
major thing.
That is a huge step, y'all. That's a big step.
You don't even know.
All right. I'm also going to tune in live, and then I have the audio off, so I don't have to listen to myself. That's the dream.
Well, that's a good idea. That's the dream.
I mean, so I can hang out in the comments and be like, whatever people say in YouTube comments, which I assume is just like, all the people on stream look so great today, or
so
wow, I'm
They're
excited for this opportunity. Every day on the internet's a
all
gift.
they do is pay compliments.
Right. I'm on the writing side, so like I assume that's how YouTube comments work.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, here we go. Same settings as last time. Oh, and there it is.
I can see it now.
Looking beautiful.
Okay. Now let's see if I can join you in this beautiful listening.
I am also going to try and get Tabletop Simulator working, although I have been listening to the menu music for like a while now, and I'll kind of be sorry to see it leave.
Ah.
I think it just exists in my brain now. Just
You
like,
are the music, Eric.
Hey,
Eric,
I'm in.
I don't see you in our game.
I'm getting there.
Oh, there you are.
I've arrived.
Okay.
It's me. I'm here.
Here we go.
It is actually kind of jarring to not have the music playing in my headphones anymore.
I see there are more than one person tuning in live, and I appreciate you for being here and sticking with us, because this is our very first stream. I'm going to say this multiple times because just baseline, our next streams will be better.
We are figuring it out, y'all. We're figuring it out.
Mm-hmm.
We are. We're making it happen.
Yeah. But I see that you can see Tabletop Simulator and you can hear us. So Theo has done an excellent preview video for Rawr and Write. So he is the resident rules expert for this game. So I'm going to let him just take it away. No, you're fine.
No pressure. No. Okay, so this is Dinosaur Island, Rawr and Write, and what we're trying to do is we're going to be building a park on one of the two sheets that we have in front of us. So we have a sheet that's going to be mostly doing about like the tour that we're going to be doing, which I'll talk about in a bit, but our park is going to be right here in this square at the very top. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be placing buildings that we build based off of many different things. So we have buildings over here on the side. If you see the little blue lines, these are the shapes that you're going to be placing down, the Tetramino shapes that you're placing down. Also on the main board, we have cards, and the cards that we have are these blue buildings, and they also have Tetramino shapes. And when you build them, you get stuff. I mean, don't you want stuff? I want stuff.
I've always wanted stuff.
Yeah, stuff is great. So on the game is broken up over to 3 rounds, and each round we're going to be drafting dice 2 times. We're going to be drafting dice out of the bag twice, and we're going to be taking those dice and we're going to be gaining whatever's listed on the dice. Usually it's going to be DNA, but it could be attractions, which correspond to the top of one of our sheets. Or we have roads, things that we can put onto our park, basically. Then after that, we're going to do the run park phase. And the run park phase, the really brilliant thing about this graphic design is that we're going to go in order from top to bottom on the second sheet. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, and that will be the whole entire run park phase. And that'll be like attractions will give us stuff. Attractions are really good. They can give us excitement, which will help us get more things, hopefully, in each run park phase. But also, we can roll a die and get all these special goodies and all that sort of stuff like that. Or get coins, because coins you are using are being used to build specialists and also buildings. If you see, let's start with the sheets first. If you see on the sheets, we have 3 specialists in the 2 spot. You see the 2 spot, you have the security chief, the tour guide, and the scientist. Whenever you gain a coin, you can mark it off to be able to work towards getting them. Once you fill up all the coin spots, you put a check mark on the empty circle, and now you've got that specialist. And the specialist, especially on these boards, but also the advanced specialists that are on the table, they all give you a one-time benefit when you first get it, the lightning bolt. And then they also give you, when you see the little arrow right here, that means that's the run park phase. And during every run park phase, you'll get those things.
So if we're looking at the mascot, I have it pulled up on the big screen.
Perfect.
The little lightning bolt in the pink diamond means you'll get 1 excitement when you hire on the mascot, which looks pretty terrifying this large in front of me. Sorry, viewers. And
He's doing his best.
Oh, yeah.
Then
she's a mascot.
During the run park phase, you'll get 1 coin for every merch building, I believe. But that's what that means.
Right. Yeah, that's a beautiful example. So, like I was saying, for these, at the very beginning of the game, which is probably what we should be doing right now because we already know what we have some setup that we need to be doing. So the setup that we need to fill out is that under the wrench that's below your park, you see that blue wrench? What we need to do is we need to fill in coin boxes from right to left until the available coin boxes that aren't filled in are the numbers for each of the A, B, and C that are on the main board. So what I mean is the very top one is the casino, right? That's A. So what we need to do is we need to fill in spots until we have 7 coins available. So basically we have what? 12 coins, so we need to get rid of 5. So fill in 5 starting from the bottom right and go from there.
So I'll hold up. Eric, Theo, and I are all playing on printed player sheets, but we do have the digital ones up here so you can see. So once you're done, it'll look something like this, and I think you can see. So I've crossed out 5.
Should I also do this now?
Yes, we are all doing this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got very nervous for a second. I was like,
no, you're completely fine. We're just setting up the game.
Okay.
Just because there's varying amounts of buildings and specialists, so
okay,
to do it this way.
I'll just do. So I just cross out the bottom right 5.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For A, because the casino costs 7, so for the B one, we'll cross out 6 because the deluxe break room costs 6, and same thing for the hot spring mud spa, which also costs 6.
So basically, fill in.
So I'll just be the bottom row entirely.
Yep.
Right.
Okay. Perfect.
So just fill in the bottom row. Those will not be needed in this game.
Oh, Brian's in chat. He's one of the co-designers of this game. He says, I'm scared,
awesome.
and I am too.
I'm just, it's an opportunity.
Right. We're figuring it out, y'all. We're figuring it out.
So for setup, this is what it'll look like. They're lettered A, B, and C because there's actually a whole deck of these attraction cards. Let me move up so you can see. So each game we're just going to reveal 3 different cards. So every game will be unique in the combos that come out. The same thing applies to the specialist, which is this orange deck to the right. They're also lettered A, B, and C. They'll have different effects, different costs, and different victory points each game. So that's pretty fun to keep your strategy and gameplay fresh.
Yeah, lots of variety. Lots and lots of variety. So then we might as well move over to the beakers, which are the specialists, which we have 3, 3, 4. So we need to make sure that we mark out boxes on the second sheet on the specialists to have that many coins showing.
So under the specialist row, the second row, you'll see on the right there's that beaker. So we're crossing out coins that we won't have to pay. So A only costs 3 coins, so we'll scribble out the first 2 coins in the A slot.
Oh no. Okay. It's fine if it's the first 2 or the last 2. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I was like, oh no, I just crossed out the last 2.
It's fine.
Okay, that's fine.
As long as there are 3 and 3 and 4, you're good.
I'm always just antsy when it's my only copy of something and I haven't laminated it yet. I'm just like, oh,
yeah, I get that. That's a mood. I get that mood.
Okay.
So, all right. How will I start teaching this?
We also get DNA, I think, right?
Yes. So we get the first 3 basic DNA. So the top 3. Just put a circle in each box, and that's showing what DNA you have available that you can use to build dinos. And then...
Sorry, one more time? So...
the top 3. The top 3, you circle the first 3 boxes to show that they are available.
Okay, you just put a circle in them?
Yep.
Yeah, just put a circle.
Don't completely fill it in because you haven't spent it yet.
Right. That's just showing that it's available to be used.
Okay, cool.
Then, depending on player count, I don't even know how we're going to do that. How are we going to figure out player order?
Theo, you go first.
Okay, I go first. Sounds good.
That's correct.
So then I won't get any DNA, right? I don't get any special DNA. And then it moves on to whoever's going to be in second. Who wants to be next to me?
I'll sit next to you.
Okay, well then you get yourself the green circle. And then Eric gets the purple.
Okay, I just get purple?
I'm pretty sure that you only just get purple, yes.
Perfect.
Purple and green, I'm sorry.
Plus.
Yep, you get both of them.
Yeah, you get both. You just don't get the bottom one.
How dare you deny me my birthright?
I'm sorry. No, none for you. You're gonna have to earn it. Sorry about it. Okay.
This was my father's dinosaur DNA and his father before him.
Oh, so you inherited the cane with the amber, right?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, I'm here.
It was very fancy.
All right. So now that we've done that, that's pretty much all the setup. What we're going to do is we're going to roll dice, and the dice are going to correspond to things that we buy. So because it's a 3-player game, I thought we rolled 6. Right? In a 3-player game, isn't it 6? I thought because I think it's 5 in it.
Oh, it's
5 in a 2-player game.
Yeah, it's 7, 2 each, and then 1 extra.
Right, 2 each and 1 extra. Right. So we're gonna roll these dice, and then in player order, we're each going to grab a die, and then the last player is going to grab their die, and it's going to go back to the first player. So we'll each have 2 die in front of us and 1 die left over. So if you see on the dice, if you're at all familiar to Dinosaur Island, you have the red dots, and those red dots are threat. And why is that a thing? Yeah. Problem? Is there a problem?
Nope, no, I said because
She was
threat's bad.
enthusiastic. She was enthusiastic about the theme.
Oh, okay.
We're sorry. We had very many problems before.
I'm so jumpy. I was like, what did I mess up?
What happened to the audio?
Right. Okay.
Danny's like, wait, the dinosaurs in this game are your friends, Theo.
Yeah, right. No, not here.
Those are friendship points.
They're very hungry. Okay, so you have the red dots, and those are threat. And if you don't have any threats that are secured by the end of the run park phase, we're gonna take deaths because y'all dinosaurs are gonna get out and they're gonna be hungry, and you just got these crazy humans that just look so tasty. So why not take a bite out of them? So you won't be taking the threat on the die that you draft, but whatever die that's left over, everyone will be taking that threat. So you want to be mindful of that on when you're drafting dice, because if you have one that has like 3 threat on it, you're gonna have to make sure you have the means to be able to up your security. So that should lead me into this. So security is up here and right next to your park that shows the shield and the lock symbol. So basically, whenever you gain a threat, you're going to put a dot in this box, just a little dot, tiny little dot. It's a mean dot, but it's a tiny little dot. And then whenever you gain security, you'll actually put a circle around that dot, showing that it's a secured threat. So you don't have to worry about anything, because guess what? That threat is secured, y'all. We don't have to worry about it. But anything that's left over will be bad. Will be bad at the during the run park phase. So as far as right now, the dice that is showing is just DNA and coins. And I've explained to you both about coins. Coins can be used to either hire specialists or to build buildings. So that's really all we have to deal with right now. The attractions, if you gained attractions, then you would put a check mark and you would put that attraction on the board. But right now we don't have any yet, like that one that shows that attraction that's right there. That means that we would get a food. And when we build a food, we would have to be able to put that shape, the little L shape from the food onto our park. There are some stipulations when building a building in the park. You have to make sure that they're at least one space away from each other, because we don't want overcrowding. We want to make sure that the buildings can breathe a little bit. Also, it gives us room to be able to put roads, because roads are also another symbol that is not shown on the die, but roads are
Here, I pulled
what
one
connects. Up. Oh, perfect. Roads are what connect the buildings together, and that's how you give your tours. Basically, when you're doing a park tour, you want to have a road that goes through buildings that usually you want them to be the ones that you haven't explored, because this is excited land. We don't want to the visitors don't want to go back to the same place. They want to go somewhere new. So you want to try and make a building that's unmarked, but also you want to try and connect it to these. If you see on the board, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 park exits on the board. We want to try and get buildings and roads to connect to that, because if we can during our park tour, we can circle it, and that gives us more points at the end of the game. And points are good. So, but I think mostly after that, we might as well just draft a die. I don't see anything else that is really glaring at the moment.
Yeah, I think it'll all come together for everyone once we start playing.
Absolutely.
But, one thing I did want to note, after we do our snake draft of dice, we're going to be placing our dice on the main action board in the center to actually take the actions. So whenever we take dice, we're going to get what's shown. So this die I've selected here has 2 DNA. So I'll get both of those, and then I'll get to do wherever I place it. People can place their die on top of yours to take the same action. However, if they're placing their die on top of a die with threat, in this case they'd be placing on top of this die that shows 1 threat, they'd have to gain that threat as well as sort of the cost to double up on an action.
Dun, dun, dun.
So you can be pretty sneaky about placing a 3 threat die on a very tasty action and making everyone else pay for it.
Yeah.
They're tasty people. I think I'm getting the flow of this.
You getting that? You got it?
Okay, I'm mostly with it.
All right, perfect.
Let's just jump into it. Let's just do it.
Yeah,
for those of you watching, we're only going to play 1 round because it is fairly late where we are now, and we have put a lot of effort into making the stream work.
Yeah.
It's going to be a really good round.
Just the best round you've ever seen.
Just being...
You're going to be like, that was round
Why do we need 2 more rounds? We got 1. We're fine.
I already did 1.
So I guess I'll draft the die. So what I'm going to take...
Do we re-roll them?
I can re-roll them.
You might as well re-roll them, yeah.
There we go.
Oh, Zaz.
Roll them back. No, I'm just
Undo.
Me having only, I think I played Dinosaur Island once, and so I'm just kind of like, yeah, these are all symbols I recognize.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is, I think, I feel like having. Why can't I grab? I'm trying to grab. Why is it saying?
I can move it for you, Theo. Which one do you want?
I will take the.
Theo.
I want this one, the one with the lock and the green.
The reason why is because you're not assigned to a color.
Oh, that's why.
Theo,
if you just take over any.
Change color.
Yeah, because if you take I think anything, it won't let you grab stuff. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, it's mine. I have it now.
You've claimed it.
Yes.
So do we get those immediately once you take it?
No, you wait until after everyone's taken dice.
Gotcha. Okay, so my turn. I'm going to take this road and DNA die. I'll put mine down here.
Versus. That was probably a thing I wanted, maybe. I don't know. So do I take 2?
Yeah, so it's a snake draft, so you'll take 2 and then it'll be me.
Snake draft. Okay, let's see here. I will take these because they seem better than the other ones. Done it. Crowd goes wild.
This
an incredible dice pool.
This is a predicament because whichever die is left over will all get the threat on.
Yep.
And also the thing, also the symbol, I believe.
Joke's on you. My park guests would never pass up a chance to die.
I'm scared of the threat, so I'm going to take that 3 threat die.
Oh my god.
Which leaves Theo with...
I'm going to... I don't know, I have so many choices now. I think I'll take the left one. And now we gain all of the resources that are on the dice, and also you gain the resources that are on the leftover die and the threats.
Gotcha.
Okay. So when I gain DNA, I just circle those spots on my board.
Right. Mm-hmm. So you're going to be able to use it to make dinos, which is at the top space of the main board.
Sure. When I gain coins, I assume that I check off the coin, the corresponding coin.
Right. Right. So you have 2 options that you can do with it. You can either check off boxes, or if you see under the DNA storage, there is a storage for coins that you can hold on to for later. Because sometimes you might need 2 coins or something. So you could just circle a box, and then you can mark it off later to use later. But I think it's recommended for you to probably use it as much as you can, just because you only have those 5 spots. So once all 5 spots are taken, they're gone forever. So you only use storage when you really need it.
Makes sense. Okay, so that would not be very cash money.
Yeah, I don't know if for round 1 it might be a good idea.
Okay, cool.
I'm taking the security because we have lots of threat.
I'm using our bonus coin towards a security chief.
Oh,
seems like a good plan.
Idea.
Interesting.
You know what? I am right there with that plan. I hear that.
So
that means you get two security up front, and then you get 1 recurring security every round.
Yep. Whenever the park runs, you'll get another security, and it's worth 3 points, which is pretty nice.
Yeah.
I'll put both my coins towards that friendly security man.
Yeah, I'm joining that security man. All right.
Okay. Oh, I did not gain our 2 extra
Correct.
threat.
So now you put a dot in the middle of the box for 2 dots for the threat that's on the leftover die.
So I'm going to take a moment and show everyone my board just so they can see, because we all kind of look the same. So we've got the 2 threat that we've gained from the remaining die that no one picked. I've got all my DNA that I've gained circled right here. When I actually spend it, I'll cross it off. And then on my other player sheet, I haven't done much except I've spent my 1 coin towards my security chief. So once I spend 2 more, I'll be able to check mark him, and now he's hired in my park.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was dice.
You should probably once you hire him, though, you should probably give him a name.
That would be nice.
Right.
Probably some benefits too.
Mo.
No problems.
Right, Mo problems. That's right. He deals with both. He's got it. That's him.
So now, starting with Theo, we'll actually use our dice to take
so now
actions.
We're gonna place. So I thought that I should clarify a little bit on the make dinos, just so that you understand what that is. Make dinos is just like the other buildings that I told you all about. So what you basically do in the bottom part of the left sheet is you'll mark off DNA to be able to build the paddock, which is at the top of each type of dino. So you have herbivore, small carnivore, and large carnivore, and you'll place it somewhere in your park. Depending on which dino you're using, you'll then put the first initial of the dinosaur that you're building. So for example, for me, if I wanted to do the make dinos, I can mark off the yellow and the pink, and then I could check this box right here to be able to build a Brachiosaurus. And then I'll draw a 2x2 box onto my park, and then I'll put a B in there to show that it's a Brachiosaurus. So whenever I build any more dinos, I just do check marks instead of add more paddocks. So you can only have a total of 4 dinos of any type.
Gotcha. And you'll gain the 1 excitement. If we're talking about Brachiosauruses, you'll gain the 1 excitement and 2 points for each dino that you've built.
Right. So when you gain excitement, you move over to the other sheet that's under excitement, the green section, and you'll circle that. So and the thing to be mindful of with excitement is that when you do a park tour, for every circled spot you have in the green area, you'll gain those resources. So like the first one that you circle is a wild DNA. It can be whatever basic DNA. So the yellow, the pink, or the blue, it can be any of those. But you have other stuff that like gain coins, or you can gain security. Just having more and more excitement will just give you lots and lots of benefits. Yeah.
Exciting.
Okay. Exciting. So what I'm going to do is exactly what I told you I'm doing, because I'm the first player, so I'm going to take it. So I'm going to go to make dinos, and I'm doing exactly what I told y'all. So I'm going to do yellow.
It's the perfect plan. We never
I
saw
know.
it coming.
You never saw it coming. It was a teaching, and I get to do it. So then I'm going to check.
Perfect crime.
Perfect crime. And then
I'm going to clarify while you spend your DNA. For this action, you can make up to 4 dinosaurs, but obviously you can only do a max of 4 per species because that's all the room, all the check marks spots that are available. So it behooves you to, I'm assuming it behooves you to make the most of this action by building up DNA.
This is not the best action for me.
Why'd you take it?
Because I was teaching it and I heard it, and then my brain was telling my body to just do it. So I just did it.
That's fair. Heart wants what it wants.
That's right.
But he only put a 1 threat die there, which was fairly nice of him.
Yeah, see, you're welcome, y'all.
Maybe.
Oh, it's my turn. I forgot.
Danny.
I'm going to get money, and I'm going to be mean. I'm not following Theo's example. I'm going to put my 3 threat die there, which means if one of you wants to take the same action as I do, you have to gain 3 threat. So the action I'm taking is raise funds, which means I can get either 2 coins or raise my security 2 levels. But Mo, my security chief, is calling my name, so I'm going to get 2 coins and secure him in my park.
So really, you got Mo and we got problems.
Yeah.
We got lots of problems now.
That's the only reason I'm on this stream.
So I hired Mo. I didn't build him. He is a person. I welcomed him into my park family. So I immediately
constructed him out of marble like Pygmalion.
Welcome.
Ooh, nice, Eric.
Greek mythology references on your stream either.
Oh, I appreciate it.
This is amazing.
So I have circled my 2 threat with 2 security. So those are contained. I won't have consequences yet.
Nice.
Okay, when we say consequences, like how much should I, as a random person, crave death?
Well,
also in the game, How much should I crave death?
Okay, let's talk about death. Theo, I'll pull up the death toll page.
Yeah, if you look at the death toll at the bottom of the second sheet, there's a little grid that shows you stuff for deaths. So every unsecured threat you're going to have to circle a box starting with the number 1 in the top left and moving all the way down till, for every death that you take. So if you notice on the death toll, there's not just numbers. There are exclamation points. And what those exclamation points are is whenever you circle them, a disaster happens. And it's that's not a good thing, y'all. It's not a good thing. I'd love to tell you disasters are great, but they're not. They're not great. So disasters, if you look also to the right of that box, it shows you the list of disasters that you can do. So what disasters can happen at the beginning is you destroy one paddock of any dinosaur. So you just fill them in. They don't count anymore. They're gone.
Yikes.
Destroyed.
And you can't rebuild them.
You can't rebuild them because you already marked it off. Mm-hmm. So sorry, it's done. Next is you destroy 3 roads. So you have to put an X on the roads. So they're gone. The other one is you destroy an attraction. Use words, Theo. Use words. An attraction. The other 2 is you either destroy 4 DNA or you have to get rid of a specialist. Mo's got to go.
Yeah.
Gotta get rid of Mo.
Ooh.
Hit the road.
So, right, hit the road, Mo. So you want to try and avoid it, but disasters happen. It's a park. It just happens, y'all.
Yep. And at the very end of the game, you're going to get -1 point for each death. And if somehow your park is just so crazy pants that you have more than 20 deaths, you're going to get -2 for each of those surplus. To answer your question, Eric, I would not recommend going heavy death.
It's highly advised that death in the theme park is something we want to maybe not do.
Okay, that's fine. I'm just coming at this from a Roller Coaster Tycoon standpoint, where I was flexible. They alive, they dead. Okay, cool. Then I think my wisest move. Interesting. I'm trying to. Wise is a very strong word, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Wise.
Yeah. Let's see here. Is maybe to duplicate? I don't know.
Oh, so yeah, let me pull up this action. Duplicate means you double the face of whatever die you're placing on that action space. However, each of the opponents will gain the die face 1 time.
Yeah, I get stuff.
Yeah, do it.
I feel like you should do that.
Now,
that's a great move.
Before we calculate the death toll, does a Dino Tour happen?
Yes, Dino Tour. So if you look at the board, this is the order that everything's going to happen. So death toll is the end of the Dino Tour.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure that I understand the
of course,
math of the crime that I'm about to commit.
The flow. Yeah,
sure.
We get it.
And
we each get 2 actions.
So if you look at the main board, the blue, at the very top there's a track with a cube. So we're actually going to do this whole dice drafting, action taking phase twice before our park activates.
Okay.
So you do have a little bit until the death toll becomes
You got a moment. Yeah, you got a moment.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so don't really have to worry about threat.
I'm still going to duplicate.
Okay.
Cool.
To start off. So I'm going to
thank you for that coin and DNA.
I'm going to hire my security chief as well.
Oh, who's yours? What's their name?
Oh, I'm going to hire him.
So his name is Phil Ossifer. So he's just thoughtful guy, but so the problem is he's here to lock down threats, but he also kind of muses on if someone dies in the park, what does that really mean?
I see. So he really ponders the meaning of all these things.
Exactly. He sees someone get eaten by a T-Rex and he's like, but is it not man's eventual fate to return to nature?
Right.
People are like, are you gonna stop that? And he's
Phil is deep.
What control do I have?
He's deep.
Not the most effective security officer, but he's a fun guy.
He might be my soulmate.
That you might be my soulmate.
Okay.
He's very available for reasons that I think are obvious.
Yeah, totally.
Theo, does this snake around, or is it your turn again?
No, it comes back to me.
Okay, so this is normal.
What I'm gonna do is... Y'all, these are choices. I want to do something good.
So if I was playing with my partner in Tabletop Simulator, he would continually increase the size of this first player marker until it was about the size of the bag. But unfortunately, I don't know how to do that.
Aww.
Now I'm gonna find
now
out.
I gotta quit. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do, y'all, is I'm gonna just do it. I'm gonna build an attraction. I know. I'm building an attraction. So what do I...
I think it's really great that Theo hasn't noticed yet.
What? Oh, whoa. Oh my god. Hello. I was not expecting that at all, y'all. I am going to build an attraction. That's what I'm doing.
Which one?
I know, that's the choice. I think what I want is the coins because I need to get more stuff. I want stuff, y'all. So I'm going to build a food attraction, and then I get to draw stuff. I'm going to draw this up against this edge. It's a 4x2.
So the basic attractions, we've got merch, a ride, and a food stand. You can see their polyomino shapes, and you can see that they max out at 4 each. You don't get anything when you first build them. They'll activate, though, and do their special power during the park run phase. So merch will give you...
You get to roll a die, and you get to gain whatever it is from the bag. And then the ride, obviously, will give you an excitement. You see that green triangle? It's an excitement. And the food will give you coins. And I need coins because I want to hire people. Because how am I going to get people to do stuff? I need to hire them.
Okay, while you're doing that... Ooh. Oh... I'm a scaredy cat. I'm just going to put my die on extract DNA because I don't want to copy anyone else and have to pay the threat. So I'm going to cover my bases and gain the 2 basic DNA that I don't have yet.
Okay.
What are you doing, Eric?
I'm doing what I do best, craving death.
Craving death.
So I am going to build some dinos, make some dinos.
Ooh.
I take 1 threat.
So you take a threat, and then you can build up to 4 dinos.
Yeah, I've got a lot of DNA.
All right.
Because I got 1 yellow, 3 reds, 1 blue, 1 green, and 2 purples.
I mean, you got yourself.
So I'm exploring the space right now.
Yeah, you're banking on dinos right now.
So how large of a carnivore are you building?
I'm actually just taking... So basically, my carnivore is going to be a giant T-Rex that we've made very angry, but also given the ability to camouflage.
Whoa!
Reasons that are unknowable to me.
I mean, I feel like that's the best park ever. You'll get lots of excitement.
Phil's looking in the enclosure of it and doesn't see it because it's learning how to camouflage. And rather than turning off on its tracker, he's just going to go in and check.
Oh no, Phil.
Oh, Phil.
What have you done?
Died as he lived, arguably pointlessly. All right, so let's see here. Okay, so I've got a yellow and a red. So I think I want at least... Okay, so can I do this? Can I do like a Brachiosaurus, a Triceratops, and then like a couple other dinosaurs from the higher tiers that give me some threat? Like, I'm gonna experience some death.
If you have the DNA, you can mark them off, and as long as it's just 4 check marks. And if it's a new dino, you have to put the paddock onto the park. If it's an existing one, then you just check the check mark box because they're like, we have to put them in the same paddock. We don't have that much room.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to do a Brachiosaurus. I can just put them wherever as long as they're spaced 1 apart.
As long as they're spaced 1 apart, correct. And then on the dinosaur, you just put in the box, if you see on like my sheet, you put in the box, you put the initial of the name of the dinosaurs.
Okay, so doing something like this. So that's going to be a Brachiosaurus. John Mulaney voice, a large bee. Okay. Triceratops. That's gonna use up a yellow and a red. Triceratops is gonna use up a red and a blue. So now I could do a green and a purple and a red and a purple.
Ooh.
It's gonna be 3 extra
like
threat
you have
plus
the
the threat
best Dino Park.
Yeah.
I just have.
You're not gonna feel that way when you like. There's going to be an uncountable number of corpses.
But you know what? They signed that up.
That's just dino food.
They wanted a thrill. They got
additional threat on top of the threat that I just took, so 4 threat that I have no plan for.
Ouch. Okay.
So we are going to experience loss.
But we'll do it together.
Right, exactly. As long as we're doing it together, we're fine.
Together or not at all. All right, let's see here. So I would like the pathways are 1 wide, right?
Correct. Okay, so about roads. Now that you have roads, so roads is that they have to meet 2 sides of a road, 2 sides of a square. So you can do a road that's horizontal, a horizontal line, a vertical line, or you can make a corner as long as it's from one side to another. There is no 3-way roads and there are no 4-way roads.
Okay.
And you want to connect the roads together.
Okay, and so the roads can basically what I'm having the thing I'm having a lifestyle choice is I kind of want to put a guy right here,
okay.
Right? And so I'm thinking about putting a road there eventually, and I want to make sure that that's still an option.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I'm going to add a large T-Rex, so my large adult son.
Whoa.
Real quick, Eric, Brian is challenging you to draw the dinos, and he's doing so in all caps, which I think makes it a game rule since it's from the designer. I kind of feel
like it's in there, yeah.
Doing it.
I'll
do that in a second once I've got... So I don't want to hold up the game any more than I already am, so I'm going to just... and then I guess... So that's a green and a purple, and then a red and a purple gives me a pterodon. Okay. So I think I can do this. So you got your... Oops. Put it in a bad spot. Oh, you covered the 10. That's okay. Live and we learn. Right. All right, so the T-Rex gonna get like a little tail here. Big ol' head.
That token.
That's it though, right, Theo? For this phase.
Yes. So that's it for this one. Now we're gonna grab all the dice.
So all the dice go back in.
Forward. All the dice go back in, and we draw 7 more, and we do the exact same thing one more time.
Okay. So when we're talking about a T-Rex, like, is this sufficient?
I can't see.
That one.
I'm putting dice away.
No.
Hold, please. That is sufficient. That looks great.
I don't totally remember what a pterodon is. Is it the one with like the kind of coney head and the flappy wings?
The flappy wing one.
Coney head. Yeah.
Good old cone head.
Cone head.
So we're gonna have to stop this stream soon because it is bedtime.
It's almost 7.
Yeah, it's 7 on West Coast, almost 10.
Oh yeah, 10
for me.
Yeah. Of course.
So we do the same phases again for the second. I'll blow this up again. The second cube at the top of the track. At the end of that dice drafting and placement phase, then we would run our parks, meaning we would go down the 5 steps listed. So first we would activate any attractions we have, then any specialists, then visit our dinos by driving our Jeep, aka our pencil, through our park, going through our roads, and gaining excitement. 1 excitement for each visited attraction. However, similarly to Dino World, once you visit an attraction or a dino paddock, your visitors want the latest and greatest. So you are going to get less excitement each additional time you visit it. In this game, you just don't get any excitement the next time you visit it, I believe.
Yeah, that's correct.
simplified for the roll and write. Then we would gain our excitement in any bonuses we reach, and then we'd count our death toll. So the park run phase of these rounds is really where the game shines, because there's so many possibilities to hit combo after combo because of this very specific timing. So in a previous game I played, I got coins from my food stand that I used to hire a new specialist, and then that newly hired person activated for me and allowed me to raise my security so I didn't suffer deaths. It was beautiful. And
that's a great chain.
Yeah. I didn't plan for it either.
Hey, that's even better.
But yeah, you would do that whole thing 3 times and then score. And final scoring is detailed at the very bottom. So you'll get 2 points for herbivores, 3 points for small carnivores, 5 points for big carnivores, 3 points for each specialist you have, and then points from attractions, your roads, and excitement. And that's that. So thank you for watching. Thank you for enjoying this experiment with us. Thank you to Theo and Eric for helping me and playing along with me. This was really a highlight of my night. And thank you, Orange T-Rex, for becoming an ever-increasingly large presence in my life.
He's large inside of our hearts.
He's really filled up my heart. Yeah, I'm here for it.
Just enormous.
Amazing. Okay, good night, everyone. I'm ending this stream now. Catch you in the Kickstarter comments.
Bye.